In this video, I want to teach you a simple 3-exercise circuit that you could not only use as a total workout, but I also want to show you how to use this as a framework for setting up all sorts of different circuits and total body workouts that you could easily progress and regress for your own needs and for your own situation. This has been a very useful framework for me in training my own clients, and you could also use this for yourself so you spend less time thinking about what you're going to be doing for your workout today. So if you often find yourself at the gym wondering what exercises you need to be doing today to get a basic full body workout, or you're just looking for some basic exercise routines that you could just rely upon and not really have to think too much about, then this exercise video is for you. I'm going to tell you the formula first, then I'm going to spend the rest of the video explaining why this formula works and how you could use it and tailor it to your own situation, whether you want to progress this and make it harder or regress it and make it easier for yourself so you can make it safe and then you also don't get bored. So the formula in its most basic form is squat, pull, plank. Now, as simple as that sounds, I've actually used this formula for about the past 15 years now to train my clients, and I've been able to vary it up so that they don't get bored, and I'm always able to ensure that they were working out their whole body and still addressing all of their fitness goals. But first, what is a circuit? A circuit is basically a series of exercises that you put side by side and somebody goes through these exercises back to back without taking much rest in between. So we're going to make some assumptions about who this workout is for. We're going to assume that it's just for a normal working professional, maybe 35, 40 years old, has a job, doesn't have that much time to work out, and doesn't have the body of like a 20-year-old. The goals, I'm gonna just lay it out right here. We're looking at general strength training, improving your posture, improving your cardio, improving your bone density. Basically, we're looking for general fitness. Most people, they just wanna lose fat and build some muscle. So we're gonna build this workout for basically a normal, healthy adult that's looking to lose some fat, build some muscle, have some general improvement in their overall health and fitness, improve their quality of life. They're not necessarily looking to do anything amazing or anything fancy. They just want to get their workouts in and just be a fit individual. Generally, we're going to do 3 sets of these circuits, about 10 to 12 reps each. You're going to do 10 reps if you're looking to get more on the strength side of things, and you're going to do 12 reps if you're looking to get a bit more cardio out of these workout sessions. Now, before we get into the exercises themselves, I do want to talk about this concept that we'll call reverse sitting. Most of what we do as a person living in modern day America, we normally sit way more than we should be. We're sitting in a car, we're sitting at our desk, we're sitting on the couch watching screens all day, and so there's a general set of bad habits that tends to happen to most of us. And so while we're doing these exercises, we want to build strength, we want to build cardio, but we also want to think of reversing all of the postural elements that comes about from sitting. That's going to be really key to developing our mobility and also later on our strength. So the first exercise in our circuit here are the squats. Now, as I've said before, you want to think of these names more as like a placeholder. So yes, do the squats. Squats are great. You should always do a set of squats, but it doesn't just have to be squats. You can do a set of bridges. You can do a set of lunges instead for your squats. The key point is that you're working out your glutes, working out your quads. Along the way, you want to address some of the tight hip flexors that come from sitting too much. Then if you want to reverse that, you should probably engage your glutes and engage your quads more when you're doing your squats. Now, leg workouts are probably the most functional thing that you can do as a human, because that's mostly what we need to do is to walk around about our daily lives. So don't ignore your legs. Don't ignore all of the bone density and hormonal benefits such as testosterone that come about from working out your legs. So legs are fundamentally important. Don't ever forget to include legs in your workout. Now, next up is the pulling exercise. A lot of our posture, we really have poor, what we call forward head and forward shoulders. And so when you're doing your pulling exercise, what you really want to be addressing is how do you look like when you're doing these pull exercises. Now, the pull exercises include doing rows or doing pull downs or even doing like a deadlift. Now, while you're doing these exercises, be mindful that how you do an exercise is also how you're going to look like when you walk out of the gym. And so if you are doing your exercise with a pretty poor rounded back posture, you're probably going to have that look when you walk out of the gym. And no one really likes that look. In fact, none of your clothes are going to look good. But if you have good posture, all of your clothes naturally will look better on you. Don't forget about the back muscles, because those are sort of the reverse of all the sitting, all the forward head position and forward shoulders positions, which also tends to lead into like rotator cuff injuries. So learning how to stabilize your back, how to stabilize your shoulders is going to go a long way for your posture, keeping like undue neck and shoulder tension away. And it's also just going to make you a lot more efficient and stronger in your workouts. Okay, so the last one in the sequence is a plank. Now, really, the plank could almost be substituted for the word push. So you could almost think of squat, pull, and push. However, I've actually swapped it for a plank, because a plank, to do a plank, you are essentially pushing into the ground, just not actively going up and down. All right, but that's still a push. Now, I also say it's a plank rather than push because of the core emphasis that it's included there. I don't necessarily think that everyone needs to go to the gym to do push-ups and do bench press and dumbbell press. But being able to stabilize your shoulders in plank, being able to crawl on fours, those are all really important skills and movement patterns that everyone needs to have to be functional. And so we're including the plank, but it doesn't have to be a plank. You could do crunches if you want to. You could swap those out for other things. But the key point is that you are not forgetting about having to stabilize your shoulders in a push plank position, and you're not forgetting about the fundamental importance of your core within each workout. Now, keep in mind, this is not a bodybuilder workout. This is not I'm training for a marathon workout, although it could be changed into that. This is really meant for I'm just trying to be fit and get my workout in before I go home and spend time with my kids, right? So this is really something that's meant to just be simple, that you could adjust for yourself and really be able to apply to any situation, and just help give you a framework for all the things that you need to do or you could do within a quick workout, and say that, hey, I did a total body workout today that was balanced, that was basically needed and necessary to just keep me healthy. So squat, pull, plank is a 3-exercise framework that you could change around and dial up to your own needs. It's a framework understanding that within each total body workout, you want to be working out your legs, you want to be working out your back, you want to get your core involved, you want to do some pushing. All right, so these elements, push, pull, legs, squatting, core stabilizing, these are all elements of a total body workout that you should not ignore really any parts of the body. And so by doing these exercises or these sequence of movements, essentially you could say that, hey, I've got most of the body in check. So let me know if you got any questions or comments down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.